All right, friends, welcome to your first ever LT meeting. We
Hello, LT.
LT. I mean, this is a first, in the sense that you're not here with us. It's just Hugh and I. So we're Hugh and I are a little disappointed at that, but nevertheless, we're just thankful that you filled out a form and that you care enough to serve at Wesley for this next year. However that looks, in light of the pandemic, we're just thankful that you would choose to serve. So thank you.
hmm Yeah, so glad you're serving, and thanks for taking a minute to watch this video. One of my absolute favorite moments of a year at Wesley, and I can narrow it down probably to a top five, and this would be in the top five, and it is the first meeting of a new leadership team when a new team has come together because you want to serve and you want to help and you want to just help make ministry happen. And I love that first meeting of a new leadership team when we all come together looking ahead to the new year. And we kind of got cheated out of that here with the way the school year ended. But so this video is helps to cover some things that we need to touch base on, and also just makes me look forward to August when we really do get together face to face for the first time. So we're just going to move through a few things that we want to be on your brain this summer. One is much of the work of LT is done in core area groups, and we have three of those. One is the Worship Insight Prayer Group, and then that's all one group dealing with worship, insight, and prayer. Also missions, and the third one is fellowship. And on your application, you got a chance to let us know where you wanted to serve. And so looking forward to turning you loose to work in your particular area. By the way, everybody is on outreach team and hospitality team. We just, through our experience, we've seen that we need all hands on deck in outreach and in hospitality. So think of it as outreach, think of it as inreach. But everybody is on those teams, and then everybody will be on one of the other core area teams. So that's coming when we get together in August.
Yeah, it's just part of the layers of leadership that we have at Wesley, that you would serve in those areas. So we're excited for that. And something that will help us as we just look to what is to come, is to really look back and look ahead. And so since we're not able to do that, if you would walk into the worship center back in April, if we would have been all together, we would have had white butcher paper throughout the room, and we would have filled it up with ideas and evaluation and notes and dreams. But instead, we have a survey for you to fill out just to help us think through a few things, looking back as well as looking ahead, and then dreaming about the what ifs of what's to come in light of this pandemic season and what ministry will look like. So your input, your wisdom, your discernment, your experience will help to shape what is to come. And so we will post the link to this survey. It's just a Google document. It should take you no more than 5 minutes unless you're a deep thinker and you want to really dive in, and then it could take you a few more minutes after that. But we'll put it in the group me for you to access and give us that feedback. We'd appreciate it. So group survey. And then another thing for the summer that we think will just strengthen our team as we step back together in August is having LT be put into chords. We feel like chords are a way to strengthen community with people. And when we asked LT years in the past to even last year, we've asked people, what do you need out of Wesley? What does Wesley need in particular to meet your need? And so we've thought about that and collected data, and it's often said accountability and community. And so chords, which mean a community of rich discipleship, are groups that allow those two things to happen. And we're going to place you all in a group, and we recognize that you're in different places and you're doing different things, and there could be challenges to that. Some might work and some might not, but to our best of our abilities, we're going to try to strengthen and grow our community through chords. So we'll be in touch with leaders as well as groups in the coming days. And we're looking forward to you experiencing a chord, and for our LT to grow stronger because of it.
Love that idea. We won't bug you too much over the summer with our communication, but there will be a few times that we'll need to communicate with you and maybe ask you what you think about something, get your input, share some plans with you, and we'll do that by GroupMe and by the Remind text. You'll hear from us occasionally, and when you do, please respond. Let us know what you think, or share your ideas or your thoughts, and that'll help us with summer work. Okay, so August is coming, and who even knows what August is going to look like?
Who knows?
Anybody know out there? If you know, let us know, because we don't know. Mississippi State will know, I've heard, by the end of June if classes are going to be online or not, or traditional. So in the meantime, we're generally preparing in three directions. One direction is that assuming everything is exactly normal, we know what to do, and we'll dive into a brand new year of ministry on our typical format. That's probably unlikely. More likely probably is that one of the other two options, and that is one being that students will be on campus, but there will be some restrictions and some limitations on the size of group meetings, the size of classes, and the size of gatherings such as ours at Wesley. Therefore, we could be looking at a situation where we can have some small group meetings, but not any large group meetings. And if that's the case, then we will plan for those circumstances. The third situation is that we could possibly start the fall, go through the entire fall semester as we ended the spring semester. That is, everything online without anything literally physically meeting here at Wesley. That's my least favorite of all the options, and hope that doesn't happen. But if it does, ministry rolls on, and we will meet that challenge and make the most of it, and trust that God is bringing meaning out of the mess of it all. It's somewhat of an adventure to be where we are, to be on a leadership team for an organization headed into a school year that we just don't know what it looks like yet. But we're preparing, and with your help and your leadership and your service, we're going to make the most of a new year, whatever it looks like. And honored to have you on board, and glad to have such an LT.
Hey, something that you can watch out for throughout the summer are just some ways that we have some weekly rhythms on social media. So you'll see that on Tuesdays, there's going to be students who are sharing in a mini sermon series about truth, and they're going to end with questions, and we look forward to hearing your responses in the comments of that. As well as worship still going on Wednesdays, and then fun things happening on Fridays. But there's other ways that I'd love to bring you into social media, whether that's doing some kind of student sharing, whether you write, or maybe you do a video on a blog of just kind of sharing what's going on in your world, or if you're serving and we'd like to share your story and your service through our social media page. So be looking for ways in which you might share with us something that you're up to, that we can let others know that you're up to as well. So we'll have that come in your way as well in the coming days.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I think that probably wraps up what we wanted to share with you as an official start to the new LT year. Just glad and thrilled and honored that you'd want to be a part of this. It was good to be with you in ministry this past year at Wesley, and whatever the new year looks like, it's going to be good. It's going to be good to be with you. So thanks for stepping into this role.
Definitely. Grace to you in the coming days.
Yeah. So that's what we got for you. So catch up with you later on. For now, bye-bye from Starkville.
See ya.